So October has come and gone, spooky season, it's all over, it's sad. I didn't get to watch all the movies I planned on watching, but that's okay. There were some surprise videos. Not all the videos I wanted to be made were made, but that's on me, so that's okay. But in this video, it's just like last year I did it. It's a very laid back, calm video. I'll do a channel update tomorrow, a bit more about what I want to do in the future of the channel, but this is just I don't know how long the video will be actually. I would say shorter video, but a calming video, we'll say that. And this is every spooky movie I watched in spooky season of 2020. So I started the month off with a rewatch of a 2020 horror movie, and that was The Invisible Man. I love this movie. I think it is absolutely fantastic, and it's because it's on Crave. My dad had really been wanting to watch it, and he's not a huge horror guy, like, at all, but like for the past, well, for the month before that, he just was like waiting for it to come on Crave. He's like, so we're gonna watch it now? We're gonna watch it now? I was like, okay, yeah, and this is still one of my favorites of the year. I think even on rewatch, it held up really well. Elizabeth Moss. I remember I couldn't say that in my reviews. Fantastic. I won't fully say everything because if I've reviewed the movie, I won't really talk about it, although I reviewed the movie back in February. So my updated thoughts, well, nothing much has changed. I'd still give it a B+. And then I reviewed Misery and Hubie Halloween, so you can check those reviews out. And then I watched or rewatched A Nightmare on Elm Street, of course, one of my favorite horror movies ever. It's just amazing. I love it a lot. I technically reviewed it last year, but those reviews are kind of interesting. I watched this with a group of my friends. We all liked it. I think it's cheesy, and there's some aspects that are and the ending, you know, it's what it is, but I still really love this movie. It's in my top 10, 13. I have a top 13 list on Letterboxd, which you can check out of it. It falls into there. It's one of my favorite slashers, if not my favorite slasher. I like it more than Halloween and Friday the 13th, I'll say that. And yeah, I love Nightmare on Elm Street, and I'll give it an A. And then I watched Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, reviewed that, and did a video on Friday the 13th, the original. And then I watched and actually reacted to Child's Play. I did a whole 18-minute long video, but because of copyright and all that, I'm going to be kind of fixing that because I want to do reaction videos down in the future, but because I filed a dispute and it took so long, well, it didn't take that long, but since I had everything planned out for weeks, I was like, okay, and I would have had to cut out the entire video, so that didn't get posted. But Child's Play was a movie I hadn't seen before, and it's a classic, I think, not in the same way of something like Halloween, but everyone I know knows Chucky. Like, everyone knows who Chucky is. Everyone's always talked about him, and some people have been scared of him. I was always scared of him as a kid. I remember people like showing me pictures. I got really scared. But I finally watched the movie, and sure, at times it's cheesy, and I know the reality, it's like doll gets possessed and comes to life. Some of the stuff was a bit weird, but I still actually really enjoyed the movie. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. And yeah, there's a few negatives, and I really wish I could have posted that video, but I'll give Child's Play a B. And another movie I could not believe I hadn't seen before, Beetlejuice. Tim Burton's Beetlejuice. I'm a massive Tim Burton fan. I love Edward Scissorhands, Sleepy Hollow, Sweeney Todd. Did a review on that, talk about that in a bit. Well, okay, I'm editing this, and I realized I forgot to log Sweeney Todd on Letterboxd, and then that means, because that was the list I was reading off, I forgot to talk about it. I love Sweeney Todd, Tim Burton, one of his best movies, but I did a full, in-depth, massive talk about it with Chris from Filmstocked, so I'm just going to insert this clip now. I watched on the 20th, and that never happens, but there you go. And just a ton of his movies, Batman, like all these movies. I love them, and somehow I'd not seen one of his most famous ones, Beetlejuice. And it's weird because Beetlejuice was very different than what I expected. I expected Michael Keaton to be in it more as Beetlejuice. But he really wasn't, but that didn't exactly disappoint me because I loved every single scene he was on screen for. And I think Alec Baldwin and whoever the actress was, I'm sorry, I forgot her name, were also great here. Everyone was kind of great. Winona Ryder, of course, always with Tim Burton. Love seeing her in this. She's great. And the mom from Home Alone, and Rudy, what's his name? Rudy something. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, you know who I'm talking about, the principal. He's in it too. I think it's a pretty great movie. It wasn't perfect. I had a few flaws with it. What were I didn't write any flaws with it. It really has that Tim Burton flair. Like when you think of a Tim Burton movie, this will probably be the one that I think of. It's very wacky. That's the best word to describe it, is wacky. But yeah, I love Beetlejuice, and I'll give it a B+. And then I went on to A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, and this movie is fucking amazing. It is so fucking good. I was really surprised here. I had heard really good things about it, but I was like, it couldn't be as good as that original. And I don't think it's as good, although I will give it the same grade. I'll give it Dream Warriors an A. There's a spoiler there, but I really love this movie. It was just gross. This is basically like the kill with the blood. Well, of course it had blood, but like why can't I think of what they're called? It's not like muscles, but like out of the arms, and it came out and he was like, oh, like a puppet. The kills here were really creative, and I love the cinematography, the color palettes, and all the kids were really special characters. I know I'm not talking a lot about all these movies, but I really love this movie, and I will definitely be revisiting it. Next year I'll be watching the first one, and then the third one for sure, and I might go through them all, but I know for sure I'll be watching those two. And then rewatch Scream. Yeah, with that same group, with two more. That Nightmare on Elm Street, another Wes Craven movie, and this time on rewatch, I actually like it more than Nightmare on Elm Street. I think Scream is a near masterpiece. Like, I could see this going up to 5 stars in another watch, but it's so good. Like, it plays with the tropes so well. Everyone is amazing here. Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, whoever the guy who plays Dude, like all these, the whole cast, awesome. Drew Barrymore. The opening scene here, I forgot how it's like not just like funny, how it's actually scary. It's one of my favorite movie openings. I love Scream, I'll give it an A. And then I watched Psycho, did a video on that. Then I watched The Exorcist, did a video on that. And then I rewatched The Lost Boys for the first time fully since 2018. Even that first time I watched in 2018, I said in my review, because I was with my girlfriend, we didn't watch, like, girlfriend at the time. We didn't fully pay attention to it, but this movie is so fun. It's just so much fun. That's why I really love this movie. I'll be watching it every spooky season, and it's one that you can watch there or any time of the year. It's just a ton of fun. I love the cast. Kiefer Sutherland, is a great villain here. Stand By Me is one of my absolute favorites. It has been for the past few years, and him and Corey Feldman, awesome here. Corey Feldman and his voice. So funny. Corey Haim and Jason Patric, also great here. Everyone's great here. This movie is cheesy as hell, but it's really self-aware, and that's what I love about The Lost Boys. I'll give it an A. And then I watched The Shining, did a video of that, and then I watched my favorite first-time watch, maybe of the past few months, but for sure of October, The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing is an absolute masterpiece. It is already one of my favorite movies. I could see it falling into the top 40 or 30 on another rewatch. I will definitely be rewatching this one next year, maybe not even Halloween, maybe next year and in Halloween. It's so good. Like, it blew me away. I never expected another horror film to go above Jaws. I think I had it above Jaws. Now, I posted my top 10 favorite spooky movies on Instagram. That was The Shining, Alien, Silence of the Lambs, and then The Thing. The Thing came in at number 4, and I watched it on Halloween Day. I did a John Carpenter double feature. You can guess what the other one is. I'll still talk about it though. And Kurt Russell, so good, but the practical effects are insane. They still hold up today. They're probably the best I've ever seen. I'm just gonna say that now. The movie, they find a way to pick off what you know is that first victim if you've seen the movie, and it makes you feel vulnerable. John Carpenter, the way he captured the feeling of isolation. Looks like I'm the queen. The Thing is absolute masterpiece. It's an easy A+ for me. And then I finish it off by watching Halloween. Of course, John Carpenter's classic. Watch this one every year, and for the past 2 years I've watched it on Halloween night, and I adore this movie. You know, it's cheesy, okay, in some scenes in the acting, really. It's nothing to write home about, and some of the sound is a bit off, but for what they were able to do with such a small budget, it's insane. It's become so iconic. I really do love this movie. It's so much fun. I watch it with a group. You can see I posted some Halloween pictures on my review account, obviously, and watching this one on Halloween night, it really adds something to it. I really love this movie. I'll give it an A. But just what John Carpenter was able to do, it still impresses the hell out of me, especially as an aspiring filmmaker. I want to make movies when I'm older, obviously, and seeing what they were able to do with such a small budget, and for what it does 42 years later, it's insane. I love Halloween. I loved almost all, I think the only negative review or there was A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 and Hubie Halloween. That was it. The rest I loved. Like when I ranked them on Letterboxd, and I'll put the picture up here, but I think I had like there's like a massive jump. I loved almost all these movies, and I had a lot of fun this year making videos. I hope to do the same next year. Tomorrow I'll have a channel update, and I'm going to be focusing a lot more on music this month because almost nothing is coming out, but there'll probably be a few odd things, and my birthday's coming up in a week. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Over and out.